Gamers, prepare thyself. Thyself? Yourself. Just prepare. Oh, Red Magic 6S Pro has an insane refresh rate. 165? 165. We have 5 extra ones for you guys. Same as usual, just leave your Twitter handle in the comments and subscribe to the channel. That's it, you can win one of these gaming phones, 6S Pro, AAA Snapdragon, AAA Plus actually, 165 hertz, 6.8 inch AMOLED, 450 hertz gaming shoulder triggers, turbo fan, liquid cooling, 30 watt fast charging. A lot of things are in here that you would want. I guess I'm using the rolly chair today. I'm not gonna complain. The wheels on this thing, it's satisfying. Ah, yes. 6S Pro. Oh my goodness gracious, what is happening on the back of this phone? Whoa. Easy? Have you guys seen this yet? That is one of the cooler designs I've ever seen. It's like a mechanical watch almost. You can see up in here, you're gonna be able to watch the fan actually work. And then you have other key specifications highlighted from the Snapdragon section here to 165 hertz over here, LPDDR5, so the memory is identified, and then the AI camera component. This is one of my favorite Red Magic looks so far. 20,000 RPM max fan speed, and that's like real screws on the inside of the smartphone. Now the key with these Red Magic devices, gaming phones, is that you have actual touch buttons on the shoulder sections. This is going to be a lot more comfortable as opposed to, getting your thumbs all crunched up and so on. Your thumbs can move more freely and do what they're doing, and then at the same time, it's a controller. I mean, I'm making the case, I'm making a pitch for a controller, like why you might use a controller. Except you don't need a controller because the phone becomes the controller. That's the idea. There's another touch input on the back plate, on the back panel as well. So a variety of inputs targeted obviously at gamers, and the spec sheet also targeted at gamers. This thing with this 20,000 RPM fan, real legitimate cooling, so you can play, have more extended gaming sessions without any kind of degraded performance. That's the idea. Typically include a little extra, and that's the case once again with a protective case, and it's got to be a kind of special one. Look at that. Let's see if I install this case on here. Yeah, so you still have the back of the device opened up, and you still have cutouts for those shoulder buttons, and this actually might provide a slightly better gaming experience as well, because these little nubs allow your finger to rest maybe even more comfortably in that shoulder section. So I think people might keep that installed. However, that's a pretty slick look. You can watch the fan spin from the exterior. So a lot of people have had these questions. Is this real stuff, with the fans? What are they talking about? Are they actually working? Are they actually moving air around? Are they having a thermal impact? Well, now you have the evidence. So when your friends doubt you, you show them this. You say, look, my fans are for real. You look them straight in the eye and you let them know. I can hear it. I can hear the fan operating, but I really got to think about it. Like if I'm at this distance, a typical gaming distance, I don't really hear it. It's there. But then the other thing worth noting is that you have a 3.5 mil jack for a headset, and you have Bluetooth options. So chances are, if you're serious about gaming, you're probably doing something else for audio. Granted, we should test out the audio performance on here, which is loud. Pull in from that side, and then you get this tremendous number of settings for brightness, refresh. Look, I'll kick it up. You can record your gameplays. You can see the performance up top. I mean, it's tremendous. Oh, and look at this. I can even change the styling. By default, in the balance mode, it's at 1 gigahertz. Rise brings it up to 1.8. Beyond turns up the GPU, and then Infinite, which warns you that heat is going to go up, and you're at 2 gigahertz, 443 megahertz on the GPU. Wow. Tremendous performance taking place. I guess, should I just... All right, there you go. That worked. You can also alter the touch sensitivity, and you can turn on vibration feedback as well. So now, let's see. See, I have this shoulder is crouch, and this shoulder is fire. Oh, I have iron sights now. I need to rearrange I don't want crouch anymore. Let me turn this down. I gotta rearrange my shoulders because now, since I was in the early part of the game, the down the sights view has opened up. So I'm gonna go back to shoulder, and I'm gonna move my left shoulder button over to this section to use iron sights. So now this will trigger iron sights, and instead of crouch, this. Look at that. And then fire. Oh, the back spot. That's interesting. So I can put that to crouch. I forgot about that back button. Okay, let's try it. Touch button. Yep. Wow, how do I remember where the button is, though? It's right there. It's a swipe, ideally. See? Oh, there. See, I'm doing the slide with it now. Oh, it's not bad, actually. I should have reloaded. It works best in shooters as a kind of slide. Shooter games, it's fairly obvious how these shoulders come into play and make a huge improvement. But there's also other games like racing games and things like that where you might just want to free up more. You might not have so many button inputs, but you want to free up display space. And that ends up happening because you have this alternative input. So otherwise, the touchscreen is your exclusive input. So you're constantly, while touching it, you see how that works like that. This device is in the maximum performance setting. It's overclocked right now. Now, it is a pretty cool ambient temperature, but with the fan running, I mean, it's barely... It even warned me, hey, we're about to heat up if you do this. But as of right now, I don't really feel any kind of warm-up. One of the benefits of being in this space, though, highly configurable ambient temperature. So here's the thing. I like variety. I like options. I like people being able to get something different if that's what they want. And that's definitely what this is. This is something different. You're not going to confuse this one right here with an iPhone, all right? So if that's what you're looking for, something distinctive, immediately is going to send a message about the way in which you use your smartphone and back it up with some real, unique, usable features like the shoulder buttons, the button hidden on the back, the cooling fan, and the spec sheet, obviously, AAA+. I mean, it's got all that stuff that you want as well. Crazy refresh on the display, 165 hertz. You got options. And the Red Magic 6S, that's an option. Oh, the giveaway. We got 5 units for you guys, so you can show this off yourself if you win one. Red Magic 6S Pro ×5. Leave your Twitter handle in the comments below, as I mentioned before, and make sure you're subscribed. Good luck. and a variety of games pre-installed.
Mo installed those.
Sorry, those were not pre-installed. Mo just wants all of you to know that he took the extra effort to ensure that we had games to choose from once we booted the phone up. It's like a cooking show where, you think you're preparing, or a baking show, you think you're preparing the cake that will actually be cooked and then show up afterwards. You're not, you see, because you do all the effort, you crack the egg and so forth, and then the host of the cooking show says, well, look at this. This one's ready to go right out the oven. Because we were prepared for this, because we're shooting a show right now. So that's pretty much what Mo did here, and I gotta say I appreciate it. He also probably put his fingerprint in here. How dare he?